This week in the field, being a courteous photographer. It's just the right thing to do. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Davenport. Welcome to In the Field. Thanks for joining me. Before I get into today's topic, I would love to get your questions. You can reach me directly through my website. You can leave comments on the video here. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, a lot of different places. Feel free, ask me questions. I would love to hear from you. If you don't have a question, just a comment or anything, just let me know that this is more than me talking to an empty camera studio thing here. I just want to know it's a two-way conversation. And with that, I want to talk about today's topic, which is being a courteous photographer. It's something that whenever I'm out shooting, I don't want to be one of those people that, parks their tripod and kind of blocks out and says, everything that my wide angle lens can see is now my domain and no one else can be there. And I can't think of a better example of this than this special alignment that happens with the sun and the Scripps Pier a couple of times a year in San Diego. And it's an attractive thing for a variety of us photographers because it's reasonably unique. It only happens twice a year, and the weather doesn't always cooperate, kind of like it did on this outing, as I'll show you. So getting that shot where the sun sets right at the base of the pier, and so you're underneath the pier, and you see this nice leading lines and these repeating patterns, and you get that beautiful little starburst at the end. And that's kind of special. And so it draws a crowd. Let me just show you a little bit of the footage that I took while I was setting up here, and I'll be right back. It's a couple hours before sunset, Scripps Pier. This is one of those times of year where the sun sets right beneath the pier, so through the aperture. So as I move back into the left here, I started to get the angle down through the pier. You're going to see where all our photographer friends are all set up here. Everyone's been really cool so far. The last time was really cool as well. I'm not going to be doing too much more video. You're really just making sure everybody's nestled in, no one's getting bumped out of the way, and hope that the clouds kind of hold where they are, give us some color under the pier, and just wait for the sunset. It's getting closer and closer to golden hour. The sun is hanging on right now. We're going to hope that it stays that way as it dips under the pier. This is just flat out gorgeous right now, no matter what. Having a great time, great chat with all the gents hanging out underneath the pier. And so the little collection, our band of merry men, as we wait for the sun to get through the aperture of Scripps Pier. So you saw there was a healthy number of photographers there, and that number grew as the evening went on. Some folks had gotten there very early, others didn't. But what was really great is everybody was just really chill. We all were there to try to get the same thing. And we all were, kind of interweaving our tripod legs together, being very careful not to get in anyone else's shot. They had the folks that were farther back, taller tripods, longer lenses. I was kind of in that camp. And a few other folks that were down low, right up at the water's edge. And there was kind of this cadence of as the tide was going out, and so every hour or so, maybe every 40 minutes, there was the group decision, okay, we're all going to move up 4 feet. Because in addition to all of us there trying to capture the sunset when it went down through the aperture of the pier, were people coming for their senior portraits, family portraits. It's a popular place for photographers to bring their clients. And just everybody was so courteous, and it made the experience a whole lot better. I could have seen it gone a very different way if there were a territorial person or someone that just wasn't being nice, whether that was someone who had gotten there early and set up their spot. And I get it, you got there early, you get to get that perfect center point in the pier, you've earned that, you got there early. But for even the photographers bringing their clients, they all asked, can we get under the pier here for just a few shots? And, this was an hour or so before sunset. No problem. Everyone got in there, did their thing. And that's my tip of the week, my genuine heartfelt advice. Be a courteous photographer when you're out there, because it will just make your experience better. And I think it tends to rub off on other people. And maybe it's a San Diego thing. I don't know. It's a beach culture thing. Everyone was just relaxed and very cool about it. But I hope that that's the same for any other shoots that I go on when there are crowds of people. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed it. And I do hope to get back out to Scripps Pier for the next round of this, and hopefully the weather will cooperate more, and I'll come away with that shot that we all try to grab with the sun piercing through at the base of the pier. My name's Scott Davenport, and happy shooting. Repographer. I can't say photographer. Photographer.